Hi everyone, Bernard here. I hope you're all staying safe and well. Welcome to my film and TV channel, and we have an Amazon, a teen drama. Yes, I know I'm not the demographic, but I do enjoy a wide range of film and TV. So I'm going to have a look at this because I started to watch it and I was quite getting into it. So we're going to have a look at a little series, first season of this, 10 episodes called Panic. Yes, Panic today. I won't panic on doing this review, that's for sure. Right, please, if you're new to the channel, push that subscribe button, push the bell notification, do these drama reviews, TV movie reviews, actual movie reviews, cinema releases, information vlogs, and I also do stuff on my football team, Manchester City, as well. So if that's of any interest to you, please seek that out. I do City Pass, City Present, City Quizzes, City Book Clubs, loads of different things. So if you know anyone who might be interested, please put it in my direction. I'll be very grateful. But we're talking TV today, or film and TV today, but we're talking Amazon Prime. So I suppose that's classes as both, really, doesn't it, in a sort of way. So we're going to have a look at that. And if you do enjoy any film and TV stuff, I post loads of stuff on Facebook and Twitter about film and TV from other sources as well, not just me. This is what these information and review vlogs are. I take information and sort of dissect it and put it out there for you all in one little package. So hope you enjoy that. So please check on Facebook and Twitter, those links on screen, and I do friend and follow everyone back. I do check every couple of days. All comments on this are very, very welcome on this Panic. If you're a bit older like me and you've enjoyed this, quite a few reviews from people in the 40s and 50s. I've not seen any from someone in the 60s yet, but there you go. You've got mine today, haven't you? So there you go for that. And please, if you don't have time to comment today, just give us a little thumbs up. It's nice to get views, but it's nice to get thumbs up as well. Right, a teen drama streaming currently, created and written by Lauren Oliver. I was going to say Olivier then. I thought it was Olivier, but Lauren Oliver, based on a 2014 novel of the same name. The series premiered on Amazon Prime Video on May the 28th, 2021. And this was part of Amazon Studios' new young adult slate. There you go, or all buggers like me slate as well. So not too bad, is it? What's it about? Well, it's the summer, or it's in the summer after their senior year. 47 graduates participate in the annual Panic competition. Of course they do. I'm sure you have all these competitions in the US all the time. Winning Panic with a cash prize of $50,000 will allow them to escape their small Texas town of Carp. There you go, if that was a fish. After the rules change, however, they must decide what risks they will take in order to escape their hometown. So yeah, it's a bit of a drama, but obviously there's a fantasy element to it. We'll talk about that later. We'll like that bit a bit more emphasised as well if the sort of younger watchers watching this sort of thing. But perhaps it's my whole old head coming on again. Stars, yeah, a lot of the actors very unfamiliar to me. Might be more familiar, better known to you over in the US if you're watching this, and if you obviously watch a lot of these teen things. But I mean, most of the actors are actually in the 20s and 30s. They're nothing like teenagers. But that was another quibble a lot of people didn't like. But that's how it is it really? You do get a good quality of acting, put it that way. So it's not too bad. Olivia Welch is Heather Nill, a recent high school graduate who participates in Panic at the last minute. She lives in a trailer with her mother and younger sister. Mike Feist is Dodge Mason, the new guy in Carp, Texas, who participates in Panic. Jessica Sulla as Natalie Williams, Heather's best friend, who plans to participate in Panic from the start, but teams up with her to win Panic after Heather joined Panic. Ray Nicholson as Ray Hall, a legacy participant of Panic, as his older brother Luke won Panic a few years ago. A lot of Panics in this, isn't there? And Heather's love interest. Cameron Jones as Bishop Mason, Heather's other best friend and love interest, who watches Panic instead of participating. I think I'd probably watch it as well, looking at what they get up to. He comes from a wealthy family. Enrique Murciana as Sheriff James Cortez, the Sheriff of Richards County in Carp, and he's led a merry dance by these teenagers. Texas, whose son died in last year's Panic. Yeah, so it's not the greatest game to be playing, but there you go. All these scores and comments are as at the 31st of May 2021, 2 p.m. UK time. So it's probably, depending when you're watching this, please allow for that as I've recorded this vlog today. Rotten Tomatoes, yeah, the series holds an approval rating of just 50% positivity rate. Not great, is it? That's only 6 critics though, so it's not a wide range of critics. It's got an average rating of 6.67 out of 10, so not a total disaster. That's quite good compared to a 50% positivity rate. I don't know how I'll quite get to that, but there you go. Brian Tellerico didn't like it. He thought it was rotten. He's from RogerEbert.com. He said on the 28th of May 2021, there was a time when Oliver's books would have made for an intense, entertaining 100-minute movie, but it strains under the pressure of a 10-episode season. Even for teenagers eager to take on the world, more isn't always better. Jenna Anderson Fresh at comicbook.com. Yeah, sorry, Jenna Anderson gave it a fresh tomato review. It's a strange name. Comicbook.com on the May the 28th also. She said, between the stellar performances from its ensemble of young stars, a story with enough twists and turns to overlook its occasional unremarkable sequences. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Panic has potential to be 2021's next young adult hit. There you go. So she likes it. And obviously Roger Ebert guy Brian didn't really like it, did he? So mixed reviews there. The audience on Rotten Tomatoes, yeah, they're quite positive, so you'd hope it'd be a younger audience. 76% positivity, so there's nothing wrong with that. Metacritic, yeah, it's only getting an average score. Again, not many critics have left a score of 54 out of 100. That's based on just 9 critics, and it's got 3 positive, 5 mixed and 1 negative review, and it scores anywhere between 30 and 75 out of 100, so very, very mixed on there. But again, not all singing, dancing, is it? On to the one that really matters if you think about it, the Internet Movie Database. 896 scores and reviews have been left at that date I've just mentioned as I'm doing this, and it's averaging, yeah, it's just snuck up actually. It was under 6, it was 5.8 a couple of days ago when I first had a look at this. It's now up to 6 out of 10, so it's reached that magical watchable rating, that 6 out of 10 plus. And indeed, of all those 896 scores and reviews that have been left, 647 of them actually scored it 6 or more, so that's not too bad. That's 72%, so that's quite good to look at. So that leads me to what I thought. Yeah, as I said, I do like young adult stuff. I listen to a lot of audiobooks, actually, young adult audiobooks. I do quite enjoy them. And there's a lot of sort of fantasy things there. This is sort of borderline, really, whether it should be fantasy or not. I mean, yeah, as an old fart, yeah, of course, things the teens do annoy me. That's just part of life. That's just part of being an old bugger. But I'm always sucker for a good story, a good plot line. So even though some of the events in this did annoy me from a grandfatherly point of view, obviously, I'm sort of trying to put that bias behind me, because it's all, tell you what, if you're watching this in your teenager or in your 20s, you'll know what I mean in 20, 30, 40 years time, because it'll be the same for you with the teenagers of your age, believe me. Yeah, the problem with this is that it's more of a feel of a 4-part mini-series, dare I say, 3 or 4 part, or as someone said before, the books have been converted into films, and this does perhaps a little bit too much for a film, but it does have that sort of feel about it, and stretching it over 10 episodes is pushing it just a little bit, because a lot of the characters I couldn't, as I say, maybe again I don't know their actions being teenagers, but I didn't find most of the characters that interesting, to be honest with you, to actually invest in 10 episodes of watching them, even though I did quite enjoy some of the little subplots, etc. As I said, it's more a fantasy adventure for me, as believability is sort of tossed out of the window, especially as the series begins to reach its climax. I mean, I certainly hope believability has been tossed out anyway, because some of the things these kids get up to, I dread to think, certainly here in the UK, I don't hear about it, and hopefully these sort of pranks don't happen on a regular basis over in the States either. I have no effects or idea of how this will play with a teen audience, of course. I mean, I don't don't mind watching it, but I can't speak for the teens of the world, can I? There are warnings posted before the episode and after the episodes, obviously, to say these things. You know, you shouldn't be doing anything like this in real life. But what does worry me a little bit is it's not the teens that'll watch this. I think a younger viewer will watch it as well, and younger viewers might not tend to read these sort of warnings as teenagers probably wouldn't most of the time, but perhaps the younger ones will believe some of this is pretty cool, and hopefully they don't do any silly little things. But as I say, they do post a warning before and after the episodes, but whether that's hit the mark for me and what they should be doing, I'm not too sure. Despite the goings on, I mean, most of the teens seem fairly intelligent. You know, obviously at the end of the day, they're going to go on to college and various places and work, etc. As I hope the audience are. So there's no capes or superpowers in this. So I'd say that does worry me a little bit, that it's dressed up as a normal drama, and I'm not sure that's quite a good thing. I'd like to have seen it being a little bit dark and scary. If you think, I think back to the old teen horrors, the old Goosebumps kids horrors films, things like that. I would like this dressed up to be a little bit darker and scarier, to show that it's not particularly a portrayal of real life. It's more fantasy, but that doesn't really come across. It comes as a normal, if you like, with family problems and family dramas, etc., involved in all this sort of this panic game that's going on. It does sort of give it an interesting look at it, whether you know, as I say, it does worry me just a little bit. That might be my old head, that might be my old head, and teenagers and kids watching this will thoroughly understand that hey, don't go walking over stuff 100 feet in the air where you can plummet to your death if you fall off a rickety, rusty old ladder and stuff like this. I hope kids don't even accept that, and I must admit, I think probably got more. I'll give them more sense than that, but it does worry me the way the actual series has been set out to appeal to what age group, and how they're going to be influenced by it, unfortunately. But as I said, that might be just my granddaddy sort of side coming out, but there you go. It is a little bit worrying for me, but overall, I say it did drag a little bit in the middle. There were some bits that certainly the first couple of episodes I was sort of got really into it. By 3 or 4 it was okay, and then obviously 5, 6, 7, 8 it sort of dragged on a little bit, and you do get everything sort of coming to conclusion by episodes 9 and 10, but obviously it's in itself setting up for another series as well, so nothing ever concludes in it, but it does come to some sort of climax, which is okay. But it had its moments. It wasn't perfect by any means. Yeah, I mean, personally, I would probably mark it, I say, a 5.5, but I accept the watchability of it, and I think I'm going to give it a watchable score. I'm going to give it my 6 out of 10. As I said, it probably dropped a little bit below that, but I've got to allow for the context of this and who it's aimed at. It's not aimed at me particularly, but as I said, there was enough in this to keep me interested for the most part. Anyway, not for, as I said, 10 episodes, a little bit too long, and it might be too long for even a younger watcher, not a young adult as well, but. It is what it is, so I'll give it the 6 out of 10, which is similar to the Internet Movie Database rating at the moment. Anyway, let me know what you think, if you're a youngster or you're old like me, and let me know what you thought of this, because I say it's okay, and I say a lot of the criticism was purely on the fact that the actors were in the 20s and 30s in real life, and they were playing teenagers. But all right, unless you're going to raid certain stage schools and things, but. It doesn't bother me so much, that sort of thing, but it does bother other people. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think. Anyway, thanks for watching. What we're going to do the rest of the day, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other till we meet here again on the Film and TV channel, or perhaps have a flit across, have a look at my football channel, my citizen channel. Whatever it is, I only ask you to do one thing. Stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.